Well, Uncle Will, I hope you take the time to listen to this, bud. Let I warned you. Don't pick one with the chosen. You can sit there and dream up whatever you want, thinking that I'm clout chasing or doing whatever you think I'm doing. I am so outside of my comfort zone right now. You have no idea, bud. You don't care. That's the problem. You don't care. Oh my goodness. Uncle Will. Always been a guy who just wanted to be fucking left alone, dude. I wanted to have a couple close friends. I wanted to find that thing I was great at. I wanted to be a great dad, a great husband. I didn't use social media like I had Facebook to capture those memories. You know how you look back, this is what happened a year ago. That's what I used to use them for, or whatever. I only started doing social media once my spiritual awakening started there. Something in my head told me to document this all, Uncle Will. And oh boy, she's been a trip, Uncle Will. I come on here asking for help. I say, hey, I'll talk about anything. I don't know, I think it's happening in America too. But I can tell you in Canada, the mental health system is trying to hurt people's mental health. Because it really fucked me up, Uncle Will. Could you imagine? Like just I know you don't believe me, bud, but you can use your imagination for a second. Just say, for instance, I wasn't lying. What would you do? What would start happening to you if you were like you've been at the brink of death, someone put you there and you went and asked for help and well, you got the help and then you did the research on your own. You know what I mean? To try and make yourself bigger and stronger and get over what happened to you and well, you get big and strong enough to fight back and say, "Hey, I think an investigation is due here. I think there's some tomfoolery that needs to be uncovered." And when I got told no, and I refused to let go of it and try and protect myself, things went really south, Uncle Will. Like, can you imagine? Like, I think I'm on to something. Listen, bud, I can prove to you every email between the guy that I was talking about wanted the investigation about. He got IT and they'd have to verify this. You know what I mean? Deleted every email between the two of us. What? Why does an innocent man have to do such things like that? You know what I mean, Uncle Will? But things like that are documented. That's what I mean. My spiritual journey's been about documenting. And you're not looking good in this documentary. But let's get back to your imagination. So imagine that you get big and strong and you start saying things that are true on the internet, mixed with a little bit of tomfoolery. You know what I mean? Not hurting anybody, no threatening anybody, no nothing. Just saying, hey, motherfuckers, give me what I want. I want an investigation. If there's something wrong with me, let me know what's wrong with me. Like, let me know where I have failed. You know what I mean? That's what an investigation does. It highlights where the problems are and then they can get them fixed. But for some reason, they didn't care that, well, fucking almost lost my life over it. And that didn't warrant an investigation. Can you imagine Uncle Will being at the point in your life where fuck, you just you just wanna leave, dude. It's just you just had enough, and you get like, you fail. Like, I failed at doing what I was gonna do, but I went and got help, and when I got strong, that's when shit went wrong for me, you know what I mean? Could you imagine those people that had you on the brink of death, being able to call and say that you're violent and suicidal and getting you locked up? Like, it doesn't make sense, and that's what I mean, Uncle Will, when I say, "Hey, man, you should listen," because I actually have a video of the first time, like, how would you feel sitting there going, "Fuck, man, why am I in here?" And they're like, "Violence and suicide," and you're like, "What evidence?" "Oh, some friends are concerned." Okay, they're not my friends, or you tell me what the fuck they said, like, I don't know. All I know is I haven't talked to anybody, it's like, "Here's my social media, like, can you show me where, violence and, here's my phone, you can take a look at it. Here's the text that I sent." I mean, I know I wasn't nice and I was kinda mean but what do I have to do to get an investigation, doc? You know what I mean? "No, no, there's something wrong with you. We're gonna evaluate you." "No, really, I think you're" like, "Uncle Will, how would you feel about being locked up?" It's like going to jail and them not being able to fucking give you proof of what you did or not even tell you why you're in there. It's weird. I always thought it was weird too, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, it drove me crazy fucking going in the hospital in and out, but I think I held on to her pretty good, strong enough to, could you imagine the other person that was making the calls on you? You show a video to your doctor saying, "Hey, doc, did you say this? Is this what you did to me? Or is this what she did to me?" And he says, "No, she's lying. It wasn't me." And you clearly state to the doctor, you say, "Hey, sometimes people lie. Why do you keep bringing me in here, locking me against my will, and throwing me out the next day or 2 days and not talking to me?" That's the weirdest thing, Uncle Will. Could you imagine being locked up against your will and the psychiatrist doesn't wanna talk about the things that you wanna talk about that that are getting you into a weird state, you know what I mean, Uncle Will? So could you imagine the one that you loved the most? She got him on video lying, and you know that what they're saying the doctor did to you, they actually got done to you. Do you get this, Uncle Will? Do you comprehend how things don't add up in my head? But, like, it was weird too because I'm trying to get a hold of my best friend. This is like the 2nd or 3rd time being held against my will, and I'm like, "Hey, bud, you being fucking set up or something." My wife's telling some fucking lies and showing some videos that I'm doing that well, clearly I know they're weird, but I also say in them that they're probably not real and it's for a movie that I'm doing, a possible documentary. It's just for fun. Maybe I can sell this movie, you know what I mean? I was trying to cover myself, knowing that I was doing some crazy shit, but letting them know that I wasn't crazy, and all you have to do is have a conversation, and I'll tell you how I came up with this creative shit that I'm putting out on the social media. Because Uncle Will, if you guys were any sort of trolls, You guys could find a whole lot better stuff than what's on fucking YouTube. You could see me spinning right the fuck out. But it's a process, a spiritual process. They call it the mystic process, I think. I think mysticism, it's they intertwine in all religions there, but there's mystic Judaism and mystic Christians and mystic Hindus and but I think it's more of a mental thing. I don't know if you pay attention when I talk, Uncle Will, but the native people. See, I've been diagnosed as bipolar one time. You know what I mean? I'd like to tell you about that story too. But they used to take the bipolar ones, right? And they would be the medicine men and the shamans and the leaders and the yokas. You know what I mean? But you wanted to stay away from those Hyokas because what they would do is they'd catch on to you and they'd spill the beans about you by your own words. You know what I mean, Uncle Will? Your own stupidity, they'd use it against you. But yeah, let me tell you about the bipolar diagnosis. Like I said, I always thought some weird stuff, but I was always in reality too. I needed someone to talk to. Well, some of the weird thoughts that I had in my head were based on reality. See, I had videos with stuff in the sky and they were moving. And I thought I was getting messages and I just wanted, like, I was fucking scared, Uncle Will. Like, this isn't a good thing to happen to you. Like, I know a lot of these chosen ones and stuff like that on the internet. They're telling you what a bang all time it is to be in consciousness or whatever it is. She's a learning process, but she's like being reborn, seeing the errors of your ways and correcting them, bud. Still not being perfect, but striving to be. Isn't that kind of being perfect, though, Uncle Will? In essence, is knowing that you're not perfect. And the only way to get there is to not be perfect, to learn how to be perfect. Isn't that kind of weird? Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Uncle Will. I want everybody to know that Uncle Will wants to let my neighbors know just what kind of person I am. He wants to threaten to hurt me so bad, right? But he didn't ever want to have a conversation. No, 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 no. In fact, he blocks. And why he went out and made that video is because I showed that he was a lying piece of shit again. Two times on the BUCKaROO stuff, eh, Uncle Will? Hey, what are you thinking, Uncle Will? If I'm chosen, that makes you fucked. Because you think this is a clout chase, don't you, bud? No, this is about doing the right thing. I never asked for your fucking love. I asked for you to love yourself. And in order to love yourself, Uncle Will, you gotta take a look at who you are, dipshit. And if you're not willing to stand up and be a man and change things for the future, you can be whatever you wanted to be. You could have said mercy a long time ago, but you did last night. That was your way of saying, I'm done. Put the work in, sweetheart. Fuck me up. Find out what a clout chaser I am. Find out when somebody does actually listen to what I have to say. And I can prove that the mental system's all fucked up. The police system's all fucked up. You tried to use the accident against me. It's all because people fucking lie. They lie to get their way and get control over you. Hey, Uncle Will, you want control over me? You can't have it, motherfucker. I'm not scared of the truth. Play the clip all over the place. I put it out there on purpose, bud. I wanted to let you know to what kind of mental state that if people won't fucking talk to you, you can get to. No, I cry all the time, Uncle Will. I fucking do, bud. Because your stupidity, and that's why the world's like it is the way it is today, because of fucking losers like you who won't accept who you are, and you want to keep people like me down. Those days are done, Uncle Will. You're gonna have to face the truth. Keep your eyes in the sky, Cupcake. Truth is coming, sweetheart. I don't know what it is, but she's coming. Got a nice little video I'd like to tag you in too, bud. Got another one coming your way. Keep thinking I'm crazy, bud, because you're gonna be the one fermenting on the floor and fucking melting, wondering what the fuck did I do? This guy only ever asked to talk to me, asked me for help, offer to give me help, have a conversation. It's okay, Uncle Will. You did this to yourself. How can I feel bad for you anymore? You're beyond repair, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the big shitstorm coming your way can actually fix you. Maybe the bigger the struggle, the easier it is to get to the other side. You know what I mean? Right. Hey, Uncle Will, you can't have control of yourself. Do you think someone else is going to control you? Well, I have been controlled, Uncle Will. I have, to a certain degree. I live within a jail. You don't know that. See, I'll tell you a little story, Uncle Will. One of the last times, well, I got locked out of my house, I had to call the police. So, within that conversation, the cop, he's telling me, Carl, maybe it's just time that you guys just separate and just, you know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, have I ever been an issue to you people? Have I ever been unreasonable? Do I lose my mind? Do I lose control? No. Hey, bud, you guys are the fuckers taking me to the hospital for violence and suicide. Do you have a report or a fucking incident? Can we start getting fucking real? So then, as we're having the conversation later amongst all of us, my wife says in front of the police, as soon as you leave, I'm calling you, doctor, and I'm calling your insurance company. So later on in the conversation, I went with the cop alone and I said, he's like, you should just leave. And I was like, did you not comprehend what was just said? That if I leave, I'll be a six-time fucking loser in the hospital, dude. I had to have a trial to keep my own fucking life. So what the fuck do I do? Are you gonna come to my aid when the police are coming to fucking pick me up to take me to the hospital for violence and suicide again, and there's no fucking incident? Wow, you should just no, dude, you should be writing this fucking shit down. Going, fuck. Or hey, Uncle Will, do you think it's fucking all right for someone to make the call on your mental health that's been charged for fucking assaulting you? There are people out there hurting, looking like the crazy one, and they just not might not be the crazy one. You know what I mean? And again, hey, Uncle Will, you're gonna be in a mental mess because you won't accept who you are. You better start accepting who I am. I'm the chosen one, motherfucker. I don't even know if I chose myself, to be honest, but I know God did, and it makes me sick to my stomach to do this shit. Humanity's fucking stupid, and it needs to be told. The WEF is real. I went over on my fucking TikTok and did a video. Uncle Will, there's a fucking man trying to be vice president of the United States who thinks it's okay to mutilate children. Let children make that decision. Are you fucking for real, dude? Vice president, that's fucking evil. Evil, 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 evil. Any way you fucking put it, it's fucking evil. If you can't let and wait people fucking children's brains to develop till they're fucking adults, it's fucking evil. You should be standing up against it, not waiting for someone to fucking save you because maybe Trump is the good guy. What if they do get him next time? Uncle Will, you are fucking dumb. If you want to convince me you're the one that's cuckoo, bud. You are fucking just right insane. Look at, hey, looks can be deceiving. Listen, I'm going to show you something, Uncle Will, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and I want yours. So please, am I off my rocker? Keep trying to convince. Are you a federal agent who knows I'm a chosen one, and I'm just not getting in any good algorithms? Huh? Are you hiding me from the? Because I can't understand this stupidity. For real, for real. I hope they get you. Oh, I hope they get you. I'm for real. Not scared of anything. What's somebody gonna do? Take me out of this earth plane that I'm in? Hey, bud, I'll die fighting for the truth. You know what I mean? I don't want to stick around here no more. And I definitely don't want to find out what hell is. So I wouldn't sit my weakness there, man, anymore. I'd learn that fucking, standing up for the right things is the right thing to do. Hey, Christians, be like Jesus. It's not that hard to read. Fucking dumb shit like me who don't even fucking know the Bible, don't even fucking know it, can go through Jesus's stuff. And it clearly tells you have a mind like me, a heart like me. Everybody's gonna fucking hate you and you're gonna be crucified just like me. Be willing to die for it. Here I am, willing to die for it, Uncle Will. All for the clout. All for the clout because I fucking the things people do for attention. Fuck Uncle Will. It drives me fucking nuts, man. Oh, it's fucking gross. Like to watch a Harlow video. It's just fucking, like, holy shit. Hey, Johnny Dagburn, did I read that right? Are you going to the meet and greet, Uncle Will? Hey, bye. Hey, now, are you at the point where you hate me so much that you'd be willing to tag up with Dagburn to get me? Because even Dagburn was smart enough just to stay the fuck away from me. I'm glad I don't have an ego, though. I'm glad I didn't hold on to that. I want Johnny Dagburn to call the Great Awakening. Ask Upchurch if he's chosen. Hey, that's still a question on my mind. Can you ask Upchurch what his definition of chosen is? And I'll give you mine, Uncle Will. Chosen, you have to be within Christ. Because, well, church says that he's here working for Christ. I just don't see it, but maybe in the background he's doing some other stuff. Who knows? I think that, well, if you're working for Christ, you're gonna know that child trafficking is going on, and you're gonna try and get some people come together, you know what I mean? And instead of going at the head of the snake, you pick you pick one that has the information that well, the public could start doing their own investigations, you know what I mean? Like Dick Durbin, like that. White log list, you know what I mean? Who was a frequent flyer, you know what I mean? And let's not give a fuck who's on there. Let's punish them all the same, you know what I mean? But then again, we gotta take the time. There's probably some tapes out there the FBI's been holding on to forever, right, guys? When you say, Uncle Will? Uncle Will, good afternoon. Just hold tight, baby. You know what? Your day is coming very soon. Oh, Uncle Will, you scare me so much. Hey, bud, what did you go to jail for that you're ashamed of? Hey, tell all the fine folks here because you didn't want to tell that day. You just wanted to say, just in case someone went peeping around, hey, there's something on my record that I didn't do, but I did a bunch of other stuff, so I took the rap for this. Yeah. Like, if that was true, you just would have came out and said, "Hey, this is what I was charged for. This is what I did." But instead, you're just waiting so that when somebody says something, "Hey, I already told you guys a long time." You know what I mean? I know I know how you twisted little minds work there. What was the charge that you're ashamed of, Uncle Will? Hey? Hey? What was that charge, bud? Let us know. Let us know. Hey, Uncle Will. You surely have some demons inside of you, don't you, bud? They're just fear and trauma, bud. Let them go. There's no tempter. What does the devil promised you, Uncle Will? What do you get in return for your stupidity? Bud. What are you getting out of this? Huh? I can't come on, Uncle Will. Any one of yous, let me know, like, what is it I say that bothers you guys so much? Really? Like, I don't know. What's wrong, bud? Oh, we had Big Red in here. What's wrong? Well, there's a lot wrong, bud. You know what I mean? Kamala Harris is hiding who she is. Obama doesn't have paperwork to be an American. Um, there's all sorts of stuff making me think Michelle has a penis. Um, the Marcones just can't, let his wife show his vajayjay to somebody and prove that that's all nonsense. Um, are you into Baphomet, Uncle Will? Yes, I got kids on my mind. You know what I do? I really do there, Big Red. It's because we should all have the kids on our mind. You know what I mean? I don't want kids around me, bud. Like I said, I don't want no one around me. I just want the world to be better and we all get along and we can all do our own things. You know what I mean? You don't get that, eh, Big Red? Yeah, it is weird to see someone that cares, eh? Might be because I have God inside of me. But don't go thinking I think that I'm God. I'm not the creator. I have him inside of me though. And he's inside of you too, Big Red. You just got to get more involved with the truth. You know what I mean? Get out of the fear bubble that you're in. Take a deep, dark look inside yourself. Invest your time instead of paying attention to Uncle Will. Listen to some Carl Jung. Ask yourself, what would Jesus do in this situation? Or the truth. What's the truth? What's the common sense? What's the commonsensical thing here? You know what I mean? If Carl has identified a problem coming for the children, should we not try and be a bunch of butt nuggets and try and stop them? Or could we find out if his Dick Durbin idea could work? We could start a TikTok trend, but who knows? They're kinda they're getting a little slicey over there at TikTok. I don't think they're doing well in God's books. Censorship doesn't go well with God, but who knows? Maybe we'll open up the floodgates and all these things will just start letting us say whatever we want. But then, hey, then maybe knowing that there's a God, we're responsible for what we say. So maybe we might want to ask questions instead of making assumptions and not letting people fool us. You know what I mean? Jesus would say, take that hat off. Well, wouldn't you say Jesus probably was a lone wolf for a long time? Like, think about how hard his life was. Like, everybody probably just thinks it was easy for him. I look at him as like, he was a human, you know what I mean? But at least he had his mother there to tell him, "Hey, you're a gift from God. Listen, I ain't been with nobody, and you are you are Yeshua Christ." You know what I mean? At least he had that, and then, they say he went and studied and stuff like that. And I think Jesus was a lone wolf. They say even with the disciples, Jesus had to have his alone time with the Father all the time and stuff. You know what I mean? Mhm. Hillbilly. Hillbilly. When I didn't think it could get dumber than Uncle Will, but, well, here comes Hillbilly. I think there's more than God inside of you, Carl. Well, what do you think bad? What do I say that's bad? Other than you guys are really dumb for not wanting to change things. Or do you think this Israel, Iran thing's a good thing for the world? You know what I mean? Hey, you just keep being compliant and paying for it. You do know you're paying for the Iran side too, right? Like, "Hey, hillbilly, this is the intelligence of your government. Now this is the Biden-Harris government. Trump didn't do this. I think he's a better negotiator than this. 6 hostages, 6 hostages, plus 6 billion sausages, eh? Of your tax dollars. Negotiating at its best. So, I don't know, hillbilly. I'm not into weaponry and stuff like that. Like, I'm really kinda against war, but how much stuff would 6 billion buy? You know what I mean? Who knows, eh? But, hey, I was thinking, do you think Iran got all that, giveaway stuff when, you guys left Afghanistan? You think they're sitting on a mountain of that shit maybe? Gotta ask yourselves, could you have fucked that up any worse? Really, really, like, for real. This is why it makes me think that they're setting Trump up and he's a good guy. Like, I'm watching in that cemetery thing where they tried making like, even our news was making Trump look like a bad guy, like, people were, like, disrespecting and by taking some pictures, meanwhile, the family had asked for it. The families of, that tragedy and, Biden wasn't there, and, it was all sorts of nonsense all over the news. That's the thing, we got 10 people in here. This is the thing, I wanna show you guys this. I really, really do. I wanna show you how badly people can be brainwashed, and they're not bad people. Just please. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, where is it? out west in Brampton, and they're yeah. And oh. You know, the world is oh, for crying out loud. Anyway, I'll tell you what it was. This is why I'm really concerned for the world. Okay. That second shooter, have you guys seen the video where he talks about how the world just needs love and that it needs to be more like Ukraine and united and like I think this is a guy who honestly thought he was loving and wanted the best for the world and thought that if he took out Trump, he was doing the world a favor. But I mean, like, these are just my opinions. And if you guys share different opinions, please let me know. But before the war, there's an interview out there with Bill Gates, even Bill Gates explaining that Ukraine is one of the dirtiest countries in the entire world. Now, I've mentioned it a million other times. They had this thing called the Azov Battalion. And I think it's, if you look, I don't know, like the guy who helped Zelensky go from an actor to the actual president, I think was involved with the Azov Battalion somehow. Now, you guys go take a look at what the Azov Battalion is. It's left over from World War II. We had one of those fine gentlemen in our parliament building, and everybody was clapping and cheering for him. The They were on the Nazi side of things. And this is a for sure thing. You can go see there's a Fox News. I can't remember which person it was, but they were interviewing Zelensky, asking him about the Azov Battalion. And what he told them is not to worry about the Azov Battalion because they had dissolved the Azov Battalion within all of the army. Now, I'm going to ask you, when you're part of something like that, are you not going to be out there recruiting for others? No, like, but they're fighting this fascist thing, but they want these fascist people part of their army. It done didn't make sense to me, guys. Let me know where it makes sense. But this guy who went after Trump, he didn't know this stuff, I bet. And well, Hunter Biden was involved in Ukraine. And Joe being the big guy getting 10%, you know what I mean? He didn't know about the laptop. He thought it was Russian disinformation. Like, it's not that these people are even bad. They're just fucking brainwashed to be stupid and not have an open mind and do some research. Well, that's good. Uncle Will has just said your wife is going to love me, Carl. I'm going to help her with her problem. Just a few phone calls. Good. Thanks for the threat, Uncle Will. Thanks for the threat. What are you going to get me locked away for? What are you going to do, bud? What are you going to do? I'm crazy because I think the children are in trouble. Hey, prove to me the WEF isn't real. And the who? Hey, bud. You know what I mean? Bill Gates funded. because Donald took the funding away. So Bill Gates stepped up to the plate. Like, you got to prove me a loser on this stuff, bud. You got to prove to me I'm wrong. Oh no, Uncle Will, you can't just deal with this on the internet, bud. You got to go outside of the internet to try and hurt me. Uh-huh. What if it's just a troll, Uncle Will? Oh, what if I'm just trolling you? Huh? Huh? Am I triggering you that much? Are you worried that I'm chosen? You should be. Buckaroo. I'm the chosen one, and Uncle Will tried to fuck with me. And I ain't trying to make fun of him, but he asked for it. He asked for it. But here's the deal, Uncle Will. I'm my chosen one. I choose God. I'm not your chosen one, bud. I'm just here to be the first domino. The kicker. Well, no, the dominoes have already been falling, but I'll give her a big kick, I think. Uncle Will. But hey, prove me wrong, bud. Show me where I'm mental, where I'm hurting anybody. You know what I mean? How do you know how I act when I'm not upon the screen, bud? Hey, what if this is for my movie, Uncle Will? And you're gonna be a big old star, big shining star, big ball of fucking blobby stupidity. Actually, you're gonna get your clout, Uncle Will. You're gonna get your own clout. You can't hurt me, Uncle Will. When you hurt me, you only hurt yourself, bud. I'm telling you. Don't mess with the chosen ones. I love you and I want the best for you, but I don't like I'm tired of telling you how stupid you are. I'm tired of it, dude. I'm cool. Just come clean. Just say it. I'm stupid, Carl. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. We should go after Dick Durbin. We should want to stop child trafficking because then we find out who's running this shit turd, all right? But who's manipulating the FBI? Does Bill Gates have the funding and the maybe he has, at least he has some willpower, right? Let me tell you, I don't think these little demons fucking, I think they work really hard at this stupidity shit you guys fall for. I at least respect them. They're fucking willing to fucking work at it. Uncle Will just wants to work at his stupidity. Hey, let's just keep these turds running the world. Who gives a shit? You look like Michael Moore. Oh, okay. I can I can look however you want. You know what I mean? I think I'm beautiful, and that's what counts. I don't care what you think. Does your wife know you wear wigs and talk with a different voice? Well, yes, yes. She knows I was doing some satire. She knows that well. DJ, that's what he wants. This whole point. Yeah, I'm tagging everyone. You can't do this on his own. Well, no, I'm doing it on I'm using you, Uncle Will. If you don't want to be a part of it, I gave you your out. I asked you for help. And you denied it. I was cool with it, but then you reasserted yourself into my life because I was trying to protect myself from Wade's lies. So you came back in, and well, I even didn't bother you that much. It wasn't until I think I heard you say something about me, and I was like, yeah, I'm all in on Uncle Will. He's gonna have a mental breakdown, and I never wanted it for him, but if this is the way he wants to play the game, he moved his fucking players into position. Uh, you're going, it won't matter. Or don't worry, Carl, you're going, it won't matter. Where am I going, tough guy? Huh? You gonna call? Ghostbusters. Listen, bud, I'm one of them ones born as a ghost. Got the Holy Ghost inside of me, bud. Born as ghosts. It ain't the way. Like, can you imagine, Uncle Will, how brave you'd have to be? Like, I am sane, bud. This isn't a good time for me. I have to think that I'm chosen by God and that I have to tell Christians, since you guys got this Jesus thing all wrong. And what Jesus wants you to do is it wants to be like a marriage. He wants you guys to become one together so that you have the mind and the heart like him. Like be your own little authentic selves, but within him. Give him a different personality, but based in truth. You know what I mean, Uncle Will? No, bud. No, you can't tuck tail and run. You have to admit to Carl that I'm right, that you should be trying to help save the children and the future and yourself. And then I'm stop tagging you. You just have to admit it. You just have to admit the WEF is real and that Kamala is making up her family. Biden has a diary out there about him fucking with dude. You're thick. Oh, wow. It fucking eats me up inside to know deep down inside that there's a diary and that you're in control of your country. Not only that, I believe there's an NDA with a young girl with my prime minister who is fucking from a bad bloodline if he's Castro's son. You know what I mean? Is it that out of the question to think that maybe there are bloodlines around, shitty ones and good ones, and that maybe the shitty ones are trying to eliminate the good ones? There should be more good people than there are fucking like Uncle Will. What are your thoughts on Bill Gates? For real. I think he tried to poison the world. And he wrote a book about it before it fucking even happened. Fauci, I showed the video, him saying Trump's going to deal with the pandemic before a pandemic. When do we fucking wake up and decide to make a change? Because we got this Tam Tam over here. She's the female Fauci. And it makes me sick that she walks around the streets privileged while so many have suffered. Do you see how much power you give these people? They tell you they're powerful and you fucking believe them because of money. Deception. You have a good day, Harley. This idiot don't recognize just how easy it is when someone has been locked away 5 times already, and he's going to learn. Oh, you're threatening to get me locked up for what, Uncle Will? Asking for the truth? I don't know what the truth is. I'm searching for the truth. What is the truth, Uncle Will? What do you think? And you refuse to answer me. How can I learn the right way if you won't show me, Uncle Will? Like, hey, bud, you are gonna pay for this. I fucking feel so full. How did humanity get this stupid? TJ Cleveland, comment in one of my videos. Send me the link, boy. Send it anytime you want. Now, if you just want to talk over me, that's fine. I can just sit there in the background going like this. If you want to cut me off, I can just go like I ain't playing games. But you want to have a serious conversation, we can do so. Muchachos, we can talk about the WEF. We can talk about the truth. Should the truth be something we care about? DJ Cleveland, right? Because I'd love for you to embarrass me. I can stop doing this. I can stop fighting for you morons. You know what I mean? But maybe it's up for me. Like, I think I got enough footage. You know what I mean? I think maybe this was the last thing to show me how twisted Uncle Will is. To go this long without wanting to have a conversation to the point where he won't tell me what I'm saying is wrong, but he's gonna go call now and try and get me locked away at a mental hospital. I think that's a lawsuit. Now, he's representing Creek Squad right now, and while based on what he's doing, I have audio of Upchurch saying that this guy's Creek Squad all day long, and he'll back his play because he's one of the leaders of Creek Squad. Wonder what could happen there, you know what I mean? Then we could go back and say, "Hey, let's do a bigger investigation." Are him and Upchurch actually working together? How could I tag Upchurch this much and him just not tell me to fuck off? Hey, tell me he's not chosen. He doesn't want to change the world. He wants to change the music and the independent music industry. But he also wants to have clubhouses too. How's that going? How's the Creek Squad clubhouse? What about did he ever tell you guys about the old Lambo that meant so much to him to have everybody sign? And it was a forever car. And well, forever till Post Malone came into town. Eh? These are things you got to ask yourselves. Do you guys worship fake people or I don't know? But then again, Ryan wants to sell a car. He can sell a car, right? I just think he would have told the people. Not leave it up to one of his friends whether or not they want to tell the truth. And when they tell the truth, dag burning all over them. How could you tell them that? That meant something to that person. Why couldn't you just let them live in that delusion? You people are fucking weird. Weird, I tell you. What's the freak squad? It's the Creek Squad. Ryan Upchurch's little cult. Carl, did you see the USA vice president debate yesterday? Alex Kennedy, it's on the TV right now. What are you saying, buddy? What do you think? Do you think old Timmer got a spank in the ass or what? They're fucking, you guys are stupid. You guys fall for this stupid shit. Like, Trump should be coming out and telling you guys this. Like, the part I'm watching right now, full fucking waltzy baltsy there. He's telling everybody $2,500, tax credits on your new homes. Well, that's what the government's gonna do. Listen, you guys need to be smart enough. When they say it's government funded, it's actually taxpayer funded. And you see what happens is then price of the homes are just gonna go up even more instead of, solving the problem that they fucking caused, where inflation's so high that we can't afford gas or groceries or, heat and everything's going up, you know what I mean? Addressing those issues so that people can go back to affording homes and don't need fucking government handouts. You know what I mean? It's just a big rigmarole. They take the tax dollars and then they make it harder for the ones at the bottom to keep living. So then they become homeless and shit like that. And then I'm just saying, let me know where I'm wrong there, but it's way worse in Canada. Don't worry. It's like I've been looking into what they're giving these illegal immigrants. Illegal, like all Canada and the US. Can you imagine an illegal, just the word illegal? I mean, it should be illegal to give them money. Like, I don't have a problem, like, they're coming over and getting a job or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but they're getting all these bennies that Canadian citizens are paying for. They're not government funded, they're taxpayer funded. You know what I mean? Well, hey, I did talk about the ports. I think I talked about them in yesterday's video, but I said Mr. MRB 333 is telling everybody, the railway down here in Canada, it's all fucked up too, juiced up. Bill Gates funded, but get your shit together, Cashville. They're fucking us. They're fucking us. They're getting ready to fuck us. Okay, they can fuck us anytime they want. Dude, I know you guys like to think that you're so fucking powerful and that you're unstoppable. You have no, you really don't have that many weapons. And you don't have the supplies to make weapons that much. They're supplied by China. Did you fucking know that? That your weapons, like, you give you your supplies so you can make your weapons. With some brainwave in America thought that that would be a good idea. But then again, you think that CNN and CBC and all that stuff would be telling you about army bases on Cuba. You know what I mean? Is there Chinese Russia there? Gotta be taking some submarines and stuff down and around there just to drill. Just to drill. Why do you drill? Well, to get ready for the real thing. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? They're the ones that called it a drill, not me. Just drilling. Yeah, it is crazy. Costco. Do you guys not get how manipulated you guys are? I used to think Dave Grohl was the nicest guy in rock and roll, but he legit has a satanic band called Dream Widow or Widow Dream or some fucking stupid name like that. Go read some fucking lyrics, my friend. Why would a grown man do that? Do we honestly think that the FBI, like my RCMP, I just don't like putting down your guys' country. It's just the people who experienced the island are in control of the FBI, possibly. I mean, I'm saying it should be no. If somebody at the FBI with a high position or anybody in position is going to put their name to something and say it's Russian disinformation and give that to the American public and it's going to change a fucking election, those motherfuckers should be in jail. That's treason. They tricked the American people. Now, the funny thing is that this laptop has been around for so fucking long and nobody knows what's in it still. We know but then there's Biden back in the day. If you had crack and you were black, you were fucking going away for a long time. Like there was no fucking around. But hey, when Hunter got caught, he doesn't do it anymore. We're there for Hunter. Yeah, you know what I mean? But maybe he learned, you know what I mean? Maybe he feels about that way about all crack smokers, you know what I mean? I don't know. But maybe once he got in that relationship with Obama and he figured out, well, maybe crack isn't whack if it's okay for Barack. You know what I mean? What frequency is this American bra wave on? Well, I'm on truth waves. What do you want, bud? Huh? Don't you want to know what the truth is? Or is the truth you just don't care about other people who suffer? Huh? Meanwhile, the biggest sufferer is yourself. Because if you really cared and knew yourself and loved yourself, you know enough to love others and you care that others are suffering. You know what I mean? Problem in the world today is they teach everybody that you need to give a hand out. No, Jesus was always there for a hand up, I think. You know what I mean? I forgive you. Now it's up to you. But you should listen to Christ. Dylan, you're a savage mode, man. He says some funny stuff about topical things. Well, remind me again another day there, Alex Kennedy, and maybe I'll do it. But I still got the rest of this Tim Waltz and JD Vance thing to watch out. What do you have to forgive me for? I know I act upon goodwill, not bad will like Uncle Will. You know what I mean? If I make a mistake, it's not others I need the forgiveness from, even though it makes it easier. The hard part is forgiving yourself. You have to understand the pain and suffering that you caused others by your own actions. Could you imagine Uncle Will out here threatening to destroy my life? Meanwhile, telling everybody I'm mentally ill. Wouldn't he know that I'm mentally ill and maybe just to leave me alone? Maybe there's a message he doesn't want out there. I don't know. I don't know why he wants to destroy me so bad. I only want the best for him. Funny how that works, eh? And everybody loves Uncle Will. Meanwhile, he'd sell you out in a second. If it would only help himself, make him feel better about himself or whatever. His views on the world, they're what matters. Even though he knows the fucking truth. That's how stupid he is. Hey, Uncle Will, I don't want to steal your shine, but I want to give you some. Hey, why don't you hop on this dictating turban train early? You know what I mean? You can be a fucking pioneer of something, you dipshit. Get your own clout and give it to God, you dumbass. I do this for God, buddy. Anyways, is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Let's see what else is going on. Castro brought up a good thing, the old courts, eh? That's a whole lot of fucked up. Think that who's invested in those ports? Who has control over those ports? Might want to ask yourself that. I haven't looked yet. I'm not going to. My focus is on the children. But that's where it should be, right? Like, I think my kids are in trouble. They're living in a false fucking reality. And I have a fucking brand new grandbaby that I refuse to let a man go into her change room. Regardless, I don't give a fuck what the rules are. But here it is in Canada, and you guys think I shouldn't be fighting this, where we can get fined. I can't remember if it's 15 or $20,000. Somebody can get for ratting out somebody who talks like me, who's willing to stand up and find out what the truth is. I'm willing to look like an idiot in front of the truth. But if I have it, I'm willing to make anybody else look like an idiot. If they went against it, look like a big fucking idiot. And take that one to the bank. All you fucking little pussies like Bill Gates and George Soros. Like, you guys do know, like, Alex Sor Alex Kennedy. Did you know that old George Soros is a philosopher? Yeah, a philosopher king. And his philosophies are to make you delusional. You can go check this on your own. It's called perception. But what he has to do is he has to make you delusional to make you believe his perception. Do you get what I mean? That's how George made all this money by saying something and then people believing him, falling for what he was saying. You know what I mean? Manifesting. Anyways, yeah, George is one of the ones that's fucking with your guys' brains. And Billy Gates, like I said, look at the amount of times that he writes shit down and it happens. Right now, his big kick is another pandemic and a civil war. Wouldn't it be nice to avoid a civil war and just come together now and find a way with the devil's own tools and take it down and change the world that easy? You know what I mean? Just participate, make your own videos. You know what I mean? Let these people know that, well, we want answers. Ask all the news to come together and say, hey, we only want the truth from now on. And if you get caught lying on purpose, it should be treason. That should be coming from the people, though. You know what I mean? Should we be being lied to? You know what I mean? Can we all come together and send them a big old message and saying, hey, we only want the truth from now on. So if you get caught lying, you're gonna go to jail for a long time. Don't you think that's a good idea, putting their foot down? Like, that is a bad thing. They're if the media is manipulating minds, like talked about that guy who went after Trump. That guy was so set that things that he thought in his reality were true, and that it was the best thing to kill somebody for the love of the world. He loved the world so much that he would sacrifice himself to kill somebody and not have all the information. Like, you like, Savage Mode, 2TM. Here, I'll tell you what, Alex Kennedy. I'm on the computer. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Alright, see you guys.